Hello all, welcome to my channel. My name is Priya Chauhan and I will be teaching you DBT from its fundamental to its advanced sections. DBT stands for Data Build Tool, which is majorly used for transformation of data. Having said that, let's get started with knowing why people are and companies are considering to use DBT for their data transformation. Let me share my notepad. With that, let me share that what are the daily tasks of data engineer. As you all know, they are responsible for ETL, which is extraction from multiple data sources, transforming it the way business need and loading it to the data warehouse. Not only that, they are responsible for orchestration of data pipelines. When I say data pipelines, it can be big data pipelines as well, right? Now with that, it comes with a skill set of Python, we have SQL, we have PySpark, we have shell scripting, we have lot of clouds like AWS, Azure, we have GCP as well, and many more. So a data engineer comes with this package, wherein a data analyst knows what to build. Okay, it relies on the data maintained by this data engineers, and then it builds powerful dashboards that that business will use to take important decisions, right? So these are the two roles that are operating, but with the entry of modern data warehouse such as Redshift, we have Snowflake, and there are many other modern data warehouse. Companies have shifted to ELT framework, which is extract the data, load the data into the modern data warehouse, and then transform it. Okay, now there comes DBT to satisfy all of the needs of a business, which is transforming the data. Now here, how it fits in the picture and how it bridges the gap is, it only takes care of T from that ELT framework, that is transforming the data, right? Not only that, it also easily integrates with GitHub, okay, which makes it easy to support code versioning, right? Apart from that, it also takes care of deploying CI/CD pipelines. Okay, that is the third feature. Not only that, the important aspect from the data company is data audit, data quality, right? Then we have data governance. All of these things are happening in one single platform, which is Data Build Tool. And the role which performs all these roles and responsibilities nowadays is called analytics engineer. So the modern data team will be comprising of a data engineer, which will be taking care of E and L part, analytical engineer, which reads raw data from the warehouse, transform it the way business needs it, okay, take care of all the data quality, data auditing, CI/CD jobs, code versioning, and write it back to the data warehouse. Okay, so it owns the T part. And then we have data analyst, which takes the clean data and build their dashboard on top of it. So this is all about DBT and what analytics engineers are meant for doing. With that, we have two important components of DBT. Okay, one of that components is, let me move it back. One of that component is DBT core, which is a CLI, command line interface, or you can say command line tool, which will help you to transform your data, to test your data, and to document your data, right? So instead of slash, here should be comma, right? But there is another component of DBT, which is DBT Cloud, which is built on top of this DBT core, and herein it comes a dedicated web UI to give you a smooth experience to transform data. Not only that, it has all other features which I have described above, that is code versioning, deploying the CI/CD job, taking care of all of these things, writing unit test and whatnot, right? So these two things were important. Now with that, let's come and let's start with installation or setup of DBT Cloud. Yes, we will be working with DBT Cloud in this series, not DBT Code. Don't worry, companies are majorly using DBT Cloud because also because it is much, it is an upgraded version of DBT Core and it gives more advanced features. So that is why companies majorly use this DBT Cloud. And for DBT Cloud, as I said, it is not for extraction of data. So we have to use a data warehouse for it, and we will be using Snowflake for it. Don't worry, Snowflake is also very simple. So I will be teaching you how to set up Snowflake as well and how to integrate it with DBT. So we need two things to set up DBT Cloud, which is to integrate our Snowflake to DBT, and second thing is to integrate our GitHub or GitLab to DBT. Let's get started and let's get into your screen. First things first, you have to type DBT trial account. Okay, you have to type DBT trial account. You have to go to the very first link which says sign up. I have already created my DBT trial account, so I will just show you what you have to do. You have to fill in your simple details here, right? You have to just create your account. Once you will click on create my account, in order to verify your email, you will be receiving an email from DBT to activate your DBT account, right? Now after activating your DBT account, you will be able to sign in into DBT using your email and password. So you have to just say DBT sign in. Okay, so we can do it from here as well. We can just click on login. Once I click on login, okay, I think I already signed in here. Yeah, don't. Okay, so it already made me into the UI page because I already signed in here in the previous tab. So it just, you have to enter your username and password, which is your email ID and password. That's it. Now once you are in this page, right, you will be not be able to use this Cloud ID feature because you have to configure, means you have to integrate your Snowflake or any data warehouse first, right? Let's do that, but before that, let's get a quick tour of this UI. Now in the develop section, we have two things. One is Cloud ID and one is to configure our Cloud CLI. We will be working with this dedicated Cloud ID. Then we have this deploy sections, in which we have four sections: run history, jobs, environment and data sources, which we will look into the later sections of this series. We have explore, that we will also look later. We have navigation preview. This is the company name which we are given with while signing up, and this is the project name which is default. It will be there, you can also edit it. So we have setting sections also. In this, if you click on to the account settings, right, and if you click on to the integration section, you will see Git here, right, and you will see GitHub here. Now once you see GitHub here, you have to click into your profile settings. Okay, you will see this profile, which is your DBT profile, and you will see linked accounts, in which you will see these three sections: GitHub, GitLab and SSO, in which you have to link your GitHub with this. So I will be clicking on link here. Once I come here you can see it automatically linked my GitHub. Okay, for you it won't be because okay, it automatically linked my GitHub because I am already logged into my GitHub, so it didn't prompt me to enter my username and password of GitHub, right? So it will prompt you to enter your username and password, and you will be seeing your linked GitHub here. Now upon that, you have to click on this configure integration in GitHub, right? So as you can see, I am asked to write my password. Now with this, if you will see DBT Cloud, you will see this repository action section in which I have two things. One is all repositories and one is select repositories. The best practice is to use the select repositories, and as you can see, I have given access to my two repositories, right? And I will be using my this repository. You can also create a new repository, right? So I have already created one and I will be using it this one only. So it's up to you. Once you create your repository, your GitHub integration is not yet successful. You have only connected your GitHub to here, right? But because you have given two repositories, right, you have to tell DBT as well that which repository it should pick up, right? So what you have to do is, you have to go under project section. You have to go under, click on this projects. Now you will be seeing the overview of the project. You will see a project description, okay? So you can just edit your description or leave it as is. Now there are two options. First is to configure your repository, which one you want to select, and second is to configure your connection, right? Connection is for to integrate your data warehouse. So if you click on configure repository, here you can select this GitHub, and it will be showing all the repositories present in your GitHub account. So once I will be selecting this, right, automatically it start processing to connect my GitHub repo to DBT. So here you can see my repository is successfully connected. Once done, my next step will be to configure my connection, and which I will do with Snowflake. Okay, so it's important to set up your Snowflake trial account as well. What you have to do is, you have to go here in Google Chrome or any browser. You have to type in Snowflake trial account. Okay, once you click on Snowflake trial account, it will prompt you to provide your basic details. You have to fill it up. Okay, let me fill it up quickly. I want to show you one important part while creating your gmail.com. Then we have company name, and then let's select my role as a data engineer, and then let's continue. Yeah, this was the important part I was talking about. So we have 3 Snowflake edition. You can select any of these. I have selected enterprise, and I am selecting Amazon Web Services as a cloud provider, right? And this is the location. We have to click on this terms here, and then you have to click get started. Once you click to get started, right, after a maximum of 3 minutes, you will be receiving one email from Snowflake to activate your account. You have to click on that link, and you have to activate your account, provide your email and provide your password, right? Once it is done, there will be another email, that is welcome email, which will be having a dedicated Snowflake URL. Okay, now let me go to my Gmail, and let me go to my dedicated URL. I have already set up my Snowflake account, so I am only showing you my URL, not that email format that I told you. So here I will be writing my username, which I have given while activating my account, then my password, okay. Now this is the Snowflake UI. Don't worry, I will give you a quick tour how to set up things here as well, that we will be using in our DBT environment. Okay, so now there is a worksheet section that are more like your editors, in which you can write your SQL code. Okay, there is a in the left panel there is a notebook section as well. Okay, there is a data section as well, which contains your database with your schema, your tables, right, all of that. There are data products, which is a Snowflake marketplace where you can integrate external product to the Snowflake. Then we have AIML part, then we have monitoring part, in which you can track your SQL queries. Okay, now I have created one worksheet, or you can create it from here as well. So once you click on first plus icon, you can create your folder as well, and you can create your either of that SQL or Python worksheet. I have created my SQL worksheet and given it a name called Google event, right? So you can see the UI looks like this. We have database section, we have worksheet section, and then this is the section which is the role. Okay, so these are the roles that are available. You can create a custom role as well, but we will be using the sysadmin role here. And I have created a warehouse as well. I will be giving you the command or a link that will show you how to create a custom warehouse of extra small size, right? So I have created a warehouse as well that I will be using in the DBT, right? So this is the command to create a database. So I have created a Google Events database, and I have created a schema as well here, and I have created a table as well. All of this command I will be giving you in the description. Okay, you can see the structure of table, which is topic name, has a researcher registered, has attended, and a student name. Okay, so this was about setting up Snowflake. Now we are good with Snowflake, and let's move to the project settings of DBT again, right? We are in the projects. Okay, then we have to configure connection, which is a new connection. So there are multiple connections here, so we will be connecting with Snowflake. Then we will be giving the connection name. Let's give DBT series. You can give it any name as per of your choice. Account. Now I'll tell you how to enter the account. This is your Snowflake URL. Okay, here there are two ports after .com/. One is this, second is this. You have to copy it, all this code including slash. You have to paste it here. Okay, let me copy it. You have to paste it here, and then you have to replace the slash with hyphen, and you are done. Give the database Google Events or any database that you have created. Give the warehouse name that DBT will use to run the queries against. Okay, so DBT will not use its own compute. DBT will use the Snowflake compute, right, for running your query. Role is optional, so it's okay to leave it. And this checkbox is to keep the session alive after 4 hours as well. And we will be clicking on save. Okay, so once it is saved, we will be able to see in the analytics section we have both our configuration done. One is our GitHub repository connection, second is our Snowflake connection, which we have named as DBT series, right? So this is done now. Once this is done, we can close this, and now we will be able to click on the cloud ID. Okay, now whenever you will be changing your credentials or project settings, it will prompt you to restart your ID. So let me click on restart ID. It may take some time depending on the version you are having. So in trial accounts, it may be slow sometimes, but not always. Okay, but in enterprise it won't be. So here you can see the default branch is main. Again you need to go to your GitHub, and you can go to the code, can go to branches. Here you will be see that I have created one branch dev and one is my feature branch, which is Google Event. You can name it anything, but the default branch will be the main branch of your selected or configured repository. Okay, and here you can see create branch option is there, right? For you it will be initialize DBT project, because I had already initialized, that's why it is asking me to create branch, and change branch option is there. But for you it will be initialize DBT project. You have to just click on this, the initialize DBT project for you, and it will create some default files, just like git initialization, and you have to commit that change. Once that change is done, you can change your branch and you can come to your feature branch that you have created. It's always best practices to work on your feature branch, then merge it to dev, and then finally merge it to your main branch, right? So this was setup of DBT with integration of GitHub and Snowflake account. So I have clearly shown you what is DBT, what is analytics engineer, why do we need DBT, okay, how DBT is bridging gap between data analytics and data engineer, and also how to set up DBT with integration of Snowflake warehouse and GitHub integration as well. That is it for today's video. We will meet in the next video wherein we will be building our first ever DBT model. A DBT model is nothing but a file in which you are writing your code either in SQL language or either in Python language. Yes, DBT supports Python language as well, but we will be majorly working with SQL, right? We will work with Python but in later series. So thank you for watching. See you in the next video.